Trump's energy stocks will make you rich. There's one stock that is about to go up. The ticker is BTU, Peabody Energy. Trump signed an executive order in April supporting coal-fired power plants, even suggesting he's going to bring some of them out of retirement to create the energy required to power data centers. There was also 5 days ago a $100 million investment from the Department of Energy in coal companies. So in April, Peabody Energy went up significantly on that executive order. And right now it looks like Peabody, ticker symbol BTU, is also at a favorable spot and starting to move up, including on its recent earnings. So everything looks all systems go. And this isn't financial advice, but let's jump into why BTU is a good buy right now, in my opinion. Starting with that Trump connection, for sure.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
So this is a little bit about that executive order in April. So this is his whole deal, right? He's got the miners in the back. You know, he does the thing where he says, you know, he's mining the coal. So, you know, people say that's a meme, that's a metaphor, that's a whatever. No, well, I don't know. He literally is saying that he's going to possibly bring back this industry and save coal plants that were likely to be retired. So there was a situation in 2018 in his first term where he had a similar push and that didn't materialize. He said he was going to have his energy secretary direct regulators to subsidize coal plants. Regulators rejected the plan. So we'll see what happens. The whole big tech push might make this more possible. This is how much coal plants generate right now, 20%. Natural gas is pretty big. Natural gas is most likely to fill the gap between now and nuclear for these data centers. But if coal can help with that, the demand seems to be insatiable. So we'll see what happens. But this executive order is, I think, more than just symbolic. So this is the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, and the Attorney General is also working on making sure that this is basically possible with the help of making loan options, I assume at favorable rates, available to coal companies. So this is the company BTU, and this is the bounce that was a good sign before, you know, earnings. Let's look at earnings directly. This is the earnings reaction. So little sell-off, but not really a lot of volume involved there. So maybe just some profit taking and then obviously some buying. So this is on the 30th, which is just on Thursday right here. And since then, earnings were good. The bounce lined up with this sort of spot right here. And also kind of lining up with back to November of last year. And you might be like, well, okay, yeah, this is voodoo or whatever if you're new to this channel. And it's like, actually, the reason these sometimes work, this sort of levels, is people bought back here and they probably sold most of them down here. But they know that this stock was worth this much. So when it holds this level, it is telling us that people are thinking it's worth more than that amount. And that's an important amount because it was worth that much, basically up and down around that level for so long. So it's a big, it's like winning a bet, where the bet was sort of back and forth, and then suddenly, everyone suddenly decides, it's worth going all in on this company. So that's a really bad analogy. Chart looks good. Let's jump into essentially the whole situation for coal. It's not a rare earth, but they might be able to rig up some incentives related to energy independence versus, obviously, the environmental impact is worse with coal. The technology is older, although maybe it's more smooth than some of the other sources. Wind is variable, solar is variable. Some people don't like fracking for sure, which is natural gas. Not all natural gas, I think, but coal is predictable. So we'll see. But here's some contracts that have already sort of happened. 8 million tons of coal for 7 years to this Midwestern company. And this is the whole story here. Rising demand from data centers and AI. So this is kind of a microcosm of what's to come with more and more data centers getting built out and expanded. This is the $100 million from the Department of Energy. Restoring America's coal plants. So that's not a small announcement. That's a big deal. And then there's also the federal land announcements. Basically everything environmental groups are not happy about related to coal is bullish for these coal companies. It is what it is. So all we really need to see is that the earnings reaction was good, but just to sort of verify that the reaction is, rooted in numbers, the revenue beat consensus. The earnings per share was actually worse than estimated, but still went up. And then what's sometimes important, well, it's always important, but sometimes the sort of actual game changer is the guidance. So they did say that costs are expected to come down or below what they expected the cost to be. So margin might be higher. That doesn't mean they're going to guide for more revenue, but their margin being better does mean that the profit will be better, or the EBITDA or whatever they're going to measure it as will be better. So this is definitely good. I don't love diving into earnings too deep. I would rather just see the reaction, because if you're going to dive into Tesla earnings and super analyze it, I think it's over here actually, you're just wasting your time. This was the vehicle delivery sell the news, because it sold off and then it came right back. So this is a solid reaction. We'll leave it at that. If you like these videos, hit that like button. If you want to get a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, that's available for subscribers. So I put that in the posts once a month. You can hit that subscribe button to get access to that. And if you want to get access to the Discord for $25, head over to stockcommunity.com, or you can hit that join button, which also gives you the videos before they come out to the public. So something for everyone.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 This is Sam Putnam.